Hi Jimmy, I'm glad you like my fireplace and my fire, and Julie said you wanted to know how I set light to the wood, so I'm going to show you. So I've just already cleaned the fireplace out from last night. I cleaned it out a few hours ago, and what I'm going to start doing is I've got some paper here. This is what I use to actually light the fire with, but to save time I've prepared some. So these are bits of paper that I've just ripped up and screwed up into different balls, and now I'm going to place them inside the fireplace, which is, I've actually got quite enough paper in this, probably a little bit more than enough. And then once the paper's set, I've got this wood we buy from our local shop, and it's kiln dried kindling, so it doesn't take much for it to get going. So what I normally do is just pull out the most smallest bits and just lay them on the fireplace. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're so dry, even if they're a little bit big, they still tend to catch light pretty quick. And I just place them over the top. Some more thin bits here. So looks. Just searching through there for a few more smaller thin bits which I've got here. And that will probably almost do. I can now throw on a few thicker bits. I'm just going to, sometimes they fall through.
The tray below is the...
Yeah, there's like an ashtray where it falls down into, and sometimes the sticks fall in there, but it doesn't matter because the next day when I clean it out, the ones that think they've got away, I place them back on the fire again. So that's probably enough now, just to... So, as you can see, I've got some thicker logs here, which I'll use for later, and I've also got these things here, which is called peat, and they burn for quite some time. They take a little bit of going, but once they get going, they last for quite a while. And I've also got in here coal. There's some coal in there as well. So, the old matches. So, there we go. I'm just going to light a little bit down here at the front. I've never used this type. I normally use newspaper, so this paper that I'm using now is actually quite new, and normally if it was newspaper it would be flaring, so it might be actually that I'm not sure how well I'm going to do with this paper. It really doesn't seem to be I mean, the wood seems to be lighting more than the actual paper. I don't know why. I think we bought some. I'm going to leave that one down now. No. So this normally only takes me one match, but for some reason this paper is just really not taking to it. But the wood seems to be going, so the match is actually catching the wood light more than the paper. So which, if that actually works, I probably won't even use newspaper anymore, because that is